Hi, this is Ashley Dalzell. I'm a territory rep for Benco Dental in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm sitting here with Dana with Dr. Matisco's office in a local suburb, Monroeville, Pennsylvania, and wanted to ask her a couple questions about Practice GPS and her experience. So thanks for joining me.
I'm happy to be here.
Great. So Dana, why don't you just talk a little bit about the practice
Okay.
and just give us an idea of what kind of patients you have.
Okay, we are, Dr. Matisco is a periodontist, so he's a specialist. He's the only doctor in our practice, so we're a little bit of a smaller practice, but still very busy. We have patients that really range in all ages. However, most of our patients are, I would say, I was going to say 35 and up, but I'm thinking probably more like 55 and up would be the majority of our patients.
Okay.
So that's what we work with.
Cool. So that gives us a good idea. So I had a couple questions. The first one being, how easy have you found Practice Mojo to work with? And I know that you came on board, how many months now? I guess 8 months or so?
Has it been that long?
That?
Oh my
I think
gosh.
somewhere
Okay.
around there.
Uh-huh.
So how easy have you found Practice Mojo to be?
It is really user-friendly. And that was one of the things I liked about it when I saw the demo. It was just something that really, as I was watching the demo, I thought it's very simple. It's very easy to use. The transition was effortless, really. We set it up in a day, but it was like an hour. Very brief training. You don't need a lot. And then once you get moving with it and you have some questions that you have because now you're using it and you're seeing things happen, a quick call to customer service answers those questions and you're good to go. So it was a super easy transition.
Awesome.
All the information was correct. So yeah, couldn't have been. I was very pleased because I don't have time to.
Practice Mojo works with your current
It does.
customer or your
Software.
software, which that makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, and we
that's
do
nice
use
to know that
SoftDent. Yes, so
Perfect.
I'm not sure what all they work with, but
it
worked
SoftDent
well.
is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
People love SoftDent.
Yeah.
So that kind of leads into the second question about customer service.
Yes.
So how has your experience been with them?
It's been great, and I have to tell you, everybody that you talk to there is so very knowledgeable, so very helpful. So I've never had a problem of not getting something done. Very prompt. If I do need a reply in some way, I get the reply quickly. And whether it could be by email, could be by phone, whatever the case may be. So everything that I've needed, they've been there, and everybody's just very professional, very nice. It's a pleasure to talk to all of them. There was.
It's nice to know on my end too because I have great experience with them too.
Yes,
so
yes.
It's nice to know that they're treating
not
our
just-
customers
right.
the same as
Not just for you, but for us as
our
well.
representatives,
Right.
so.
And the other thing too is they definitely make sure, without being a pest or anything like that, they make sure that you're utilizing all the options to the plan.
That's nice.
Because there's a few other things included in what they do, and if maybe I didn't take advantage of that initially, they're going to remind me, hey, we just know that we can help you with this.
Sure.
And that's great too, because sometimes I do need reminded, and I do need the help.
Yeah.
So
and it can
it's
only
great.
help. It can only help your practice. I mean,
Right.
Some of the statistics that we have at Dr. Matisco's office is it's generated 37 new appointments in 90 days. Which is fantastic, in addition to getting 540 messages out to patients in 90 days, which, I mean, that's a lot of texting. So
Yes.
I don't know if you could do that much, but
yeah, not so much. And it's funny because sometimes patients think that I do. They're like, "Hey, appreciate your text." I'm like, "I gotcha." But and the patient feedback has been great as well. So
that's cool.
Even with the older population and patient base that we have. When they're making their appointments, they're pulling out their iPhones and putting them in. So, and if someone doesn't like a text or would prefer a different method, the option is there, and it's so simple. They can even do it in their own messaging. There's an option for them to opt out or whatever, but all they have to do is tell me, and it's a quick click of a button to make it right for them.
That's cool. That's cool.
Super easy.
Well, then that leads right into the last question of the no-shows and the cancellations. Have you seen any difference with your patients with the no-shows?
So what I found is ours has pretty much stayed the same, but it was really, really good to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I worked very hard on that. We actually requested that patients call us back to confirm. So it wasn't just me making a call. If I had to leave a message, I expected a call back, and so that in itself took a lot of time. Yes, our cancellations were at a minimum, and or no-shows, but it was very time consuming on my part. That being said, all of the things that Practice Mojo is doing is still making that happen. The other thing that I like very much is that they are getting a reminder about a month or so ahead of time, a save the date kind of text or email, and that has prompted people to take a look at their calendar, realize now that it's closer to that time, because we're making them 6 months out, 3 months out, whatever, that they might have a conflict. So they can call me, they reschedule. So I'm not losing the appointment by any means, but now I have more time to
have a month to
fill that appointment instead of a couple days that I was giving them, because I would call some patients and they'd go, "Oh, that's right," and I'm like, "Yeah," so now they get the little heads up and they can figure it out ahead of time and go from there. So
and that probably frees up you.
Oh my gosh, my time is so much. I'm able to do so many more things that are just more beneficial to the practice. I mean, confirming is so important, but when you have a system that can do it and you know these things are going on behind the scenes.
And it's just as good as you, or better in some aspects.
Exactly.
So you're not going backwards in any way, which is cool.
No. And so therefore I've been able to focus on some things that I really needed to focus on and to make the practice better as well. And it's allowed me to do that. And everybody loves the birthday texts.
Yeah, that's
They get a happy birthday, and they just think it's amazing that we thought about them on their birthday.
And I mean, this is kind of going off of our plan too, but talking about the reviews. And the fact that, when they get that, I mean, that really helps them promote your practice, and word of mouth gets out. So.
Right. And they're happy to do that. And it makes it simple for them. I mean, we would on occasion get a letter from a patient, and it really takes a lot for someone to sit down and write a letter and say, "Hey, we think you're great." But if they just hit the reply to the text or go to that link, we get these 5-star reviews that go to our website, right to our Facebook page. So I couldn't ask for anything more.
Awesome.
So that's been great, and it's nice to be rewarded for what you're doing, and that people are happy with your practice, or if there's something that you can improve on. So it's fun to share the reviews with everybody.
Yeah, that is. That's big.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, thanks for joining me today.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I hope I helped.
Yeah, I hope this was informative. And if you have any questions, please contact me, ADalzell, at Benco Dental, and we'll show you a little bit more about Practice Mojo or Practice GPS. Thanks.
That sounds great too. And I will tell you too, if you want to contact me, Ashley has my information. So I'm happy to talk to anybody that would like to know a little bit more about actually using the product.
Fantastic.
All right.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.